Silver over 40 US dollars. The party has just begun. We'll take a look at the silver price. We'll do gold. We'll do all that other stuff. We'll do some Bitcoin and crypto stuff too. We'll look at TOSHI and all that other fancy stuff. We'll just have a good old time right here. If you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single damn thing we do here, including my brand new fresh haircut here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. But in the first 1 minute of the show, roughly, we do the synchronized slurp. Grab your tasty beverage. I've got mine, you've got yours. Tell me what you're drinking in the comments, and we slurp them synchronously together. The rule is you must do it audibly. You must do it wherever you are in the world. I don't care if you're with people, by yourself, whatever you're doing, dudes. Got to do it, and it is the slurp heard around the world. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, good to see you. Yes, we shall be talking about it. My name is Joe Main. This is Good Morning Stackers, the week daily content stuff where I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays and all the stuff in between as well. Did you know that the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com, stormrec.com, and the brand new Silver Investor Club. I'm going to put a link somewhere in the live chat. That is my brand new, oh look, I'll show it to you right now. Can I show you now? Is that okay? Do you mind? Silver Investor Club. I've launched this on school.com. Okay, this is now the community. I've tried a couple of different ways. I've tried a Telegram channel. I've tried a random other thing that didn't really go anywhere. This is the one now. I'm absolutely certain of this. I've already got 24 members. It is free to join for now. I'm going to give it up to the first 50 members. It'll be free to join. After 50 members, you will be paying a monthly fee. Now, anyone who joins within under the 50, you're grandfathered in. So when I start charging, you don't then get charged. So can I have, let's get all the first 50 people in. Okay, that would be great. I'll put a link somewhere. You can go to school.com, type in Silver Investor Club, or I'll put a link somewhere in the live chat or after the show. Okay, what do you get? Here is the good thing. This is for new and veteran investors of physical silver and related assets, exclusive bullion deals. Okay, exclusive silver bullion deals. We're going to have Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange join us on a Friday special live stream, which is just for school members, just for the Silver Investor Club members. Okay, he's going to give you a really good deal every single week. Okay, and this week's deal, really, really good for what it is. Man, you're getting a great deal. Obviously, you get a lively community of like-minded silver investors. You get regular price analysis of silver and silver-related stocks, tips and tricks to invest in silver the right way, weekly live stream hangouts, private ones, extra to these ones, okay, and anything else we come up with. Let's build this community, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. And my eventual goal, just so you know, is to start charging for it, and then I'm going to do this full time, baby. This is the goal, to be rah Silver Investor Club and everything else that I do, because I want to quit my day job. Wouldn't that be lovely? Yes, it would. Can you head over there, please? I'll put a link in there somewhere. Give me a second and I'll find it. So let's get some comments and some queries and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, give me 1 second. I'll find it for you. What's the one I'm looking for? Not that one, Joe. Not that. That was the same one, Joe. Not that one either. Get your comments in. Let me know what you're drinking at the moment. Can I find all the stuff that I need? Here we go. Copy and paste in the comments. There you go. Silver Investor Club. Go over and join right now. 24 members, free for the first 50 members. Then I am going to start charging you. Okay? Because Daddy got to make some money right here. Let's do some comments. And also, can you please follow me over? That's not what I wanted. So I wanted you. That's still not what I wanted. God damn. That's not the one. I wanted you to do this. Okay, head over to x.com/it's Joe Main right here. And can you follow me over here, please and thanks? That would be really nice. Now, what I've done, damn, sorry guys, this is the most terrible first bloody live stream in a while. This is one of the most awful ones I've ever done because I keep screwing up here. Let me go back to here. Let me go over here. What the hell am I trying to do? I'm trying to go back to here. That's the one I want. Then I get back over here. Oh man, what an absolute Schmozzle today. That's what I wanted. There you go. All right. Now we're good. Can you follow me over at x.com/it's Joe Main, please and thanks. Thank you. Let's get to some. Wow. GMS says Mark, Florida. Good to see you, my friend. Am I coming out fine? How's my levels? I've got a new microphone. Let me know how the levels are. Are they pretty good? GMS, I'm going to move this. You're going to hear a bit of stuff. Is that better? Is that better? How's that? GMS Lucky Silver is offsetting my crypto. Yes, we'll be talking about crypto. We're talking about Bitcoin, crypto. Bit of a downward movement. Tony Peterson is here. Good day, Chat Mum. Chat Mum is and will be an admin of Silver Investor Club, so treat her nice, and she will treat you nice too. GMS, she says, yeah, dang, 62 Australian dollars per silver ounce. G'day, Dennis McManus. Hey, howdy, hey, good to see you, my friend. Neil, it's great to see you, Neil. Like and share, yes, please. NGO Fam says, this is the best year for me to get rich. Could be. It could be synchronized slurp. That's what it's all about. Good morning, everyone. G'day, Jason. Good to see you, big boy. Tony, you were member number 2. You were the first member. I was technically the first member. You were actually the first member outside of me. Matt Power joined the Silver Investor Club not that long ago, didn't you? Yesterday, I think it was. Good morning, everyone. Nowhere to go but up or sideways. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. How much did you miss? You just got here, man. Let's see. Hey, everyone. Morning, all. Great times. Yes. G'day, Jai. Good to see you. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. That is the link to join. Let's take a look at silver, shall we? Silver is over $40 US. It's a brand new all-time high in Australian dollars as well. So let's take a look at the prices, shall we? Man, what a time to be alive. Here is silver on the weekly time frame price in USD, $40. $40.60. The last time I was talking about or discussing silver at $40 US was way back here. I have to go to the monthly time frame. Way back here. As a quick little thing, I bought silver for the first time in September, right about here of September 2000. No, it was about October, September, October 2000, and yeah, no, it was around about here, 2010, around about September. It was about 17, 18 US dollars. I think it was roughly, which means it was about 24, 25 Australian dollars at that time. Okay. Then it got to 40 US dollars all the way back here. And this was euphoria time. Everyone was in total euphoria. Silver's going to the moon. It's going to break, the all-time high. It's going to break triple digit silver. We're going to do it, people. And then, so it's been, 14 years, literally to this month. 14 years roughly. 13 years, I think it is, since I've been able to say $40 US silver. Okay, my goodness me. What a time to be alive indeed. And this time, we are not going to do the following. We are not going to have some kind of triple top. This doesn't happen, okay, where I can't show you. This doesn't happen where you just fall off a cliff. Can it happen? Yes, of course. Stranger things have happened, I guess. Not many stranger things have happened. This is going to break $50. We know all this stuff. You know the deal. Might faff around at $50, but yeah, no, we're doing really well, okay, over the longer term. Let's take a look at the daily, however, and the hourly, or the 4 hours. So we had that beautiful move up above, where we're kind of like $39 something, and then blasted through here. On the 4 hour time frame, a little bit toppy. Okay, so this is where I'm sitting at the moment. Could we break $41 today? Yes, we could. The only thing I'll just say is just watch out here. After a bit of an upward move, look, we're extremely overvalued on the 4 hour time frame, okay, and ticking down at the moment. Bear in mind, price can still go up while the relative strength index heads down a little bit, okay. On the 1 hour time frame, definitely in overvalued territory. So I am favoring at the moment, could be completely wrong, a move back down after such a large move up. And, coming down to this general area here is where I favor. Uber bullish if it bounces here, and this is where I favor. This is the normal support range, anywhere between $39.30 down to $38.40. I don't think we're going there. Pretty much not. I think we're moving onwards and upwards until we have a larger correction. And after a larger correction can take you back into this kind of general range, but I don't think we're going to do that yet. What I favor is probably maximum down into here. Actually, I really favor the top end at around about $39.80, maybe down into there to match that. But geez, that anywhere in here is uber bullish. Okay, you bounce here, and then you're looking right onto your next, your 41, your 42, possibly even your 43. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much, I guess, all I have to say about that. It's just looking absolutely amazing. Number go up, number go down. That's just, yeah. All right, I'm favoring there at the 0.236 or anywhere down to, $39.30 to $39.80 is what I'm currently favoring. Let's take a look at some silver stocks. Now, I posted this on the Silver Investor Club yesterday. A couple of the silver stocks, they had great days yesterday. I personally don't just stack physical silver. I'm also in the silver mining stocks as well. Why? Well, because they can tend to outperform the spot silver price when silver is going through the roof. Silver miners, as long as you're choosing the right ones and all that kind of stuff, or you just get into a silver miners index, they can massively outperform. But I have my physical stack of silver, my physical core stack. I'm just looking to up my physical stack by playing the silver miners as well. Make sense? Good. That's for all the newbies watching right now. Here is ILT. None of this is financial advice, by the way. You've got to do your own research with individual stocks. This is just one that I'm in recently. Okay, this is ILT. It's called Iltani Resources. Okay, it's currently at 27.5 cents. We've broken out of a key downtrend line, which is nice. It had a technically, actually, it spiked. It had a 50% move yesterday, okay, because it finally broke out of this long-term downtrend line. Silver had that pump, and then we opened the markets yesterday and just had a lovely pump, okay, but then it closed down here. Oh no, 28% higher than when it opened, okay. What we want to see is just obviously a hold of the downtrend line now. Cool, that's it. That's all you need to know. Why is that doing that for me? Why would that do that and then that do that? Well, that's really weird. Let's take it to there. Let's take it to the hourly and see what that does. See why that's screwing me over? That's weird. Why is it doing it on there and there? Give me 1 second. That's the daily. Yeah. That's the 4 hour. Yeah. That's the one. I'll just take it on the 4 hour. Sure. A breakout and then a retest is not surprising. Okay, so something like back down to here, test that kind of, so that roughly that 25 cent area, I would suggest is you don't want to close back below 25 cents roughly. So maybe back down to there and then faff around for a bit and then continue onwards and upwards. I'm bullish on Iltani Resources. Why? Do your own research. Okay. I'm not going to go through all the details. That is Iltani. The other one, another one that had a great move was this one I recently got into. Yeah, this was Mithril Silver and Gold. This is MTH, listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. It had a 12% move just recently. Look at the weekly. Okay, this you really want to see. Okay, this is it on the monthly time frame. Now, as you know, many of you know, I am currently going through the masteringthemarkets.com 12-month year-long comprehensive course to be a full-on trader. I've been doing technical analysis and stuff for a long time, but it's all been my own, just what I've been imbibing. I've never had a properly structured course. I started it about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and it's been absolutely amazing. And, I'm learning more and more as I go. So look at this. Brilliant move for Mithril. Okay, what you've had is called we're almost there. It's almost called a non-failure swing on the monthly time frame. Okay, and this is the most bullish of reversal patterns. It's where you're making successive. We'll do it in the upward. We'll do it in the reversal to the upside direction. So on the monthly time frame, lower highs, lower lows. There's an equal one, but that doesn't matter. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, equal low. And then what it does, instead of doing this and that, so instead of making a lower high, then a higher low, and then punching through, that's called a failure swing. That's a good reversal, okay? But this is the most bullish one, where instead you make the higher high first. That is uber bullish. It's going, wow, the buyers are really in control, okay? And then you come back to test previous support. Previous resistance became support. Once we break through here, that is go time, in my humble non-financial advice opinion, for this tiny little stock called Mithril Silver and Gold. Now, it's a small cap. It's 110 million. You don't bet the farm on it, okay? But I'm in it at the moment, okay? And I'm happy to take, and the reason why I did it is because it broke through. Well, again, what I'm learning, I knew about Fibonacci and all that kind of stuff, but it broke through the 618. So from this high and this low, and I'll make sure I'm on the, yes I am, I'm on the logarithmic chart. We broke through right there. See there? Isn't that amazing? Look at this. We broke through the zag zone. We finally broke through here at 545. I was actually in a little bit higher than that, but I was alerted to this after, I didn't know about Mithril Silver and Gold Limited until after it had broken through this zag zone. And I got in around about here-ish, I think it was, roughly. I'd have to double check, but now that is really positive. You have that move, you make that higher high first, then you came down, and I bet if I do this, you'll see it tested one of the Fibonacci levels. Give me a second. I'll hold that and I'll hold that. Yep, right there at the 0.5. So you came back to test and then you're back through and it's just looking really, really good. Okay, so that's Mithril Gold and Silver Limited, listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. Okay, looking fantastic. Number will go up, number will go down, but over the longer term, if you look at it on the monthly time frame and get rid of all of that, look it, you've got, it's been as high, just so you know, and when no one's saying it's going back to these kind of levels, but out of interest, it's been as high as 600 Australian dollars. Now, this was back in December of 2003, 22 years ago almost, okay? So no one's saying, oh, it's going to break the all-time high, but we're at 70 cents at the moment. Okay, here's its most recent kind of macro high. That's at, not macro, sort of mini high. That's at $5. And we're at 70 cents at the moment. Mithril Gold and Silver, MTH. Don't bet more than you are willing to lose because you could lose it all. Other mining stocks that have just had recent nice lovely little pushes that I'm currently in. We've got here Sun Silver Limited, so that's doing quite well. This is on the monthly time frame. Bear in mind we had that big spike here, so anything can happen. This can tick over, so we're not out of the woods just yet. USL, which is Unico Silver, is looking very good as well. I'm very bullish on all these mining stocks, Australian mining stocks, silver mining stocks, over the longer term because silver is going so high, in my humble opinion. And I'm also in ARD as well, which is Argent Minerals. Okay, I need to see that clear 3.8 cents in order to say definitely onwards and upwards, but I'm bullish on it because of general silver movements. Okay, if I get rid of that, yeah, there we go. Got to clear, got to do there, breakthrough there. I'd actually say, yeah, I mean, that's a big level to clear. But if you start clearing about 3 cents, that's looking very good. Okay, and that's through, there we go, that's through this area here. Cool. I'll get to gold, etc., but I just really wanted to touch upon silver at the moment because it's just doing so well. Right there. You can get through that level there, and that's kind of where that decline is. Yeah, that's looking really good. Cool. And then get through there. You are okay, in my opinion. That is all of those ones. Yeah, cool. Cool. Let's take a look at gold. Here is gold on the monthly time frame, price in USD 3,480. What did I say? It's kind of like a no shit Sherlock kind of thing. Gold was going to go higher pretty much. I just needed to see it hold over that $3,350. And then once we got up to here, as I said in yesterday's standalone video, highest daily close in history of gold. We were faffing around this little level here. It was at 3,430-ish. We closed the day above it, and that's the highest daily close in history. And also the highest weekly close, the highest monthly close. And then I said, okay, I've been saying new all-time high coming really soon. After we're above 3350, you clear that. That's just looking amazing. So 3480, we've nearly made a new all-time high. I thought it may take a little bit longer than like 48 hours, but we might do it today. Let's take a look at on the 4 hour. 4 hour, a little bit overextended. 1 hour. Look, you can do it today. You can make a new all-time high in gold today. That is actually doable, or at least a pump up to the previous all-time high, 3,500. Okay, so I would say this week is probably looking probable to break the all-time high in gold. Okay, fantastic. What we do from here remains to be seen. Okay, we've got to watch out with what's happening with your indicators. For example, we might be in, and the marvelous people over at Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com, particularly David, aka ASX Trader, and some of the other people are talking about gold in its current fifth wave. Okay, so let's see, it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of thing, and it might just take a little bit of a pause after a fifth wave higher. That means you can make a higher high. Okay, so you can get into your 3,600s, your 37s, your 3,800s. Could we even get to 4,000? Possibly. But after then, it's got to take a bit of a larger break. And as I've been saying for ages, I've been wrong for a part of it, which is, as we've been creeping higher and higher here, we're not seeing higher highs on the relative strength index. Now, on the weekly time frame, obviously that means number go up, but this has been flattening out. Technically, you were slightly higher here, so that kind of saved its bacon. Here, though, you're now making lower highs. So between here and here is a lower high on the relative strength index, which does suggest the steam is starting to run out. You can get another little split of the gas tank up into a general area here, which would do something like that, and then something like that. That would be a pretty good confluence of bearish divergence and saying, okay, then time for a bit of a consolidation down. Where down to, don't know. Let's just see where we pump up to, but all-time high coming for gold. Okay, it's looking really, really good. I have a good feeling today, a very good feeling today, when the market opens in about 6 minutes. I think you're going to see some gold and silver miners have a bit more of a pump, and we'll check those live once that happens. The GDX. Here's the thing. So the US stock market, here we've got to talk about this too. The US stock market is currently closed today. It's Labor Day in the US. So watch out to see what happens with the GDX, this one here, when it reopens tomorrow. Okay, but I think you're going to see a bit of a pump today on the GDX on the ASX. Okay, so we'll come back to that in just a second. With the GDX, this is Gold Miners Index. Okay, watch out for a pump in Australian dollars up to about $115. That's where I think we probably head up to next before we see a bit of a retrace. Why is it? Because that's an uptrend line. Okay, it's also, now I might have this wrong. Give me a second. Yeah, I do have this wrong. It's the uptrend. Well, what happened there? There we go. The 1.618 from, we're right there now. So on the logarithmic, I've just changed that because I had to. Yeah, on the logarithmic, I'm log. Yeah, I'm on log. Yes. Yeah, okay. So watch out for the move up to the uptrend line. Yeah, around about 115. Watch out for that. Yeah, that's the GDX. Now, let's go to platinum. I might be wrong on platinum. Here is platinum on the daily. Price in USD, 1,412. By the way, post in the comments, did you nab a silver horse of any kind from the Perth Mint? They had their launch yesterday. Completely forgot about it. Didn't talk about it. Didn't get anything. But let me know in the comments, did you get any Perth Mint lunar horses of any type or size? Platinum, 1,412. Oh, I could be wrong about my further move down. Okay. I'm very happy to be wrong. What would do that for me from this high and this low? It has to clear through, please and thank you. Oh, and we've already cleared it. All right, we've cleared through the zag zone at 1,394. I did say here 1,430 at that 0.786. I'd love to see it clear, but geez, we're looking quite all right for platinum. So yeah, could be wrong. From this low and this high, we're through the zag zone as well. So as long as it remains above 1,395, we're looking good for a further pump up. I think just watch here. Resistance, splurt of the gas tank, down, just watch around about here-ish, 1430. You can tick over back down, but it's looking quite good for platinum. I think platinum-related stocks on the ASX will probably have a little pump today. That might be something like ZIM, Z-I-M. Let me just show you that, for example. This is Zimplatz Holdings on the ASX. Okay, I am not back into Zimplatz Holding. I really want to get back into it. Okay, this is basically the little cousin of Sibanye Stillwater. I think it is, of SBSW. No, it's not. That's the little cousin of Implatz. Okay, my apologies, not because it's called Zimplatz. Yeah. Anyway, it's looking pretty good on the weekly time frame. Yes, look, we had that beautiful move. This is going back to April of 2022. You're up here at $37. We had the recent low of $10.50. We had that recent interim high. And what do you notice? Again, that's on the weekly time frame. Let me show you on the daily. No, on the weekly, what we had was another, I'd say that's a non-failure swing. Okay, so let me show you. That's another really bullish pattern for Zimplatz. Okay, lower highs, lower lows, decline, right? Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. That's a pivot. Okay, you're taking it from the peaks, the kind of the pivot points. Okay, straight through there, straight to a higher high on the weekly, through that higher high. So through that, so it made a higher high through that one and through that one as well. That's uber bullish. Then we've come back down to test the, let's see, from this low and this high-ish. Yep, come to test the 0.382, bounces off the 0.382, not even into the regular zag zone right here. That's bouncing off the 0.382. Okay, that is uber bullish. If we can remain above, if we can get above about 17 Australian dollars, that thing, my friend, is going to fly, in my humble opinion. Zimplatz, I'm going to keep a good eye on that. I have a bit of spare dry powder. I got out of something that was looking a little bit toppy, nothing to do with precious metals. And I've got a little bit of spare cash to jump into something. I will look at Zim quite closely in the next, couple of minutes. While I've got you, let me just check the charts. Now, I do not have live pricing on my tradingview.com account, so I'm actually looking at my Moomoo account, and we have seen a big rise. Let me see. Zimplatz, what's that done? Zim has just opened. It's not actually, hasn't opened all that high. Let's see. Aura, we're looking at, so Unico has just gapped up to 46 and a half cents. Okay. Everything's up a little bit. Good to see. Anyway, that is platinum. I've done platinum. Let me do copper for you. It's going to be an extra long show today, I feel like. Everyone's like, rah, rah, rah. I will get to your comments, etc. Make sure you join the Silver Investor Club, free for the first 50 members. Then I'm going to start charging. And I'll start charging incrementally. I'll talk more about that later. Here is copper, $4.50 US dollars. Not a lot to say. It's still faffing around. I don't want to talk about it. That's pretty much it for copper. Cool. I do want to talk about, I'll come back to some comments here. We'll be talking about precious, we're talking about Bitcoin, crypto, TOSHI, etc. But let's go back here and do some comments. I'm really washed out today for some reason. You are watching Good Morning Stackers, where we talk about precious metals. We talk about everything here. Let's go. Got to speak to the amazing GMS crew. And once again, please, can you use the link that Tony will post in here again for the Silver Investor Club. If you're an investor in silver, you really need to be there. Stacker talked to my one and only stock a month or two ago. Oh, okay. Hi, Joe, everyone. G'day, Pete Repeat. Good to see you, my friend. Jason, what have I missed with this Silver Investor Club? Been busy. Oh, your dad passed away this week. I am so sorry, mate. I am really, really sorry to hear that, Jason. Sympathies to the family, etc. Losing a parent is never a fun thing. One day I'll tell my own story about all of that, but in the meantime, mate, yeah, my sympathies go out to you and your family. But what did you miss with the Silver Investor Club? It's my brand new launched club that I launched a couple of days ago, and it's the place to be outside of the YouTube channel. That's where everyone's going to congregate. There's exclusive bullion deals and stuff like that. Anyway, boosters are starting to rumble for silver, mate. I totally agree. Let's see. So grateful to see you here, chat mum. Keep Joe in line. Yes, exactly right. Why was MTH in the thousands, though? We got up to the thousands per share 15 years ago. I have no idea. I don't know why. I think they may have been doing something a little bit different. Maybe they've changed names or something. I actually don't know the reason why. They were like $600 per share, like in 2003. So I don't know, but we're at like 70 cents for this share at the moment. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. G'day, Gerald. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, WCE, high-grade silver stock. They are probably pumping as of right now. WC is one that I missed an entry into, and I'm just kind of kicking myself. It's up another 6% this morning. Yeah, I'll take a look at WC for you, probably on another show. But yeah, I missed it, and I was like, well, it's just too late to get in now. It's just I'd be just like chasing, you know. Let's see. More interested in the new 2026 VW Karma. Yeah, fair enough. I'm late, missed silver. Never too late. You are never too late to get into silver. I know you said the missed silver price talk. Nearly 15,000 added to the till. Nice hunk. Wow. I am a nice hunk. Thank you very much. Jason says, got all the silver lunar horses except the 1 kilo. Well done, Jason. Love Year of the Horse. Yes, I was born Year of the Horse. Yeah, so I should probably get one or two, shouldn't I? I was looking at buying the 5 ounce just for heads up for people in terms of, we'll get to Bitcoin and crypto in just a second, in terms of the Perth Mint release of the lunar horse. The best ones to buy for price appreciation outside of the metal price are, just so everyone knows, the 2 ounce silver and the 5 ounce silver. Get your hands on one or more of the 2 ounce and 5 ounce silver. Why? Everyone talks about the 1 ounce because it has a limited mintage. Yeah, it has a limited mintage of like, is it 500,000 this year? Or is it back to like 300,000? Okay, what inevitably happens, everyone talks about the 1 ounce limited mintage. All the others, well, they can just mint as many as they want. Yeah, but not many people buy the 2 ounce and the 5 ounce particularly. They have much less mintages, okay? And then later on down the track, to buy a 5 ounce horse in 5-10 years from now, you'll be paying a decent premium for it, okay? So that's a hot tip for everyone. Get the 2 ounce and the 5 ounce of any lunar year that comes out that year. Cool. Nick says platinum makes better jewelry than gold. I agree. Yes, it does. Let's see. I tried silver plated with rhodium, but wears off. Silver plated with rhodium, but wears off too easily. Oh, that's interesting. anyone see how Trump made silver a critical metal? We might talk about that in another show. Yes. What program website is Joe using for what, Posh Sloth? If you're talking about for my stocks, then I'm using moomoo.com, if that's what you're asking. Matt Power says, would be curious how much of people's portfolios are metals. Yours is personally around about 21%. I'm pretty heavily in metals and metal-related things. Almost all in metal-related things. I'm pretty much all in commodity-based things at the moment. We're in a commodity super cycle. That's all you need to know. Okay, cool. Kitco is more accurate. No problem. Let's tell you, of course, to buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, best bullion dealer in all of Australia. Have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, and you get instant free shipping. Don't mean instantly they send it straight away. Sometimes they send it on the same day if you can pay on the same day. Sometimes customers buy on a Monday, they send payment on the Monday, Ricky receives it on the Monday, and he ships it out on the Monday, and then you get it on Tuesday. Sometimes it is actually next day delivery, depending on how fast the turnaround time is. So free delivery, sign-on delivery, express delivery, fully insured, except it's free when you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart. perthbullion.com.au. Ricky has joined the Silver Investor Club, my private community, and he's going to be doing a very good special on the Friday morning private live stream on Silver Investor Club. Again, that's free for the first 50 members. After we get 50 members, I'm starting to charge people. Let's see. Cool. Shall we do Bitcoin and crypto? Let's do that. Let me go over here and that one. Bitcoin and crypto section is brought to you by Stormrake, stormrake.com, your full-service cryptocurrency brokerage. I'll put a link somewhere and you get 2% brokerage fees for life. It's a 33% discount, which is an absolute screaming bargain. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay. Cool. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame price in USD, 109,187. We have found some resistance. We're not out of the woods just yet. Okay. Looking like some potential lower prices coming. Let's just have a quick little look here. What have I got that drawn in? That's from that high and that low. Why is that drawn in there? Oh, yeah, okay, there we go, from that low and that high. So we have the Fibonacci from this low and this high, and we're skirting right around right now. See where it is? At the bottom end of the zag zone right here. So from this low and this high, this is the expected support zone. The lower you go into the support zone, the weaker that support becomes. And I'll explain it again. As the wonderful people at Mastering the Markets explained to me during one of my lessons, they used this analogy. Okay, when the price goes from here, let's say 98,000 to 125,000. Okay, so then people go, oh, okay, we've made an all-time high coming out from this low down here of 98,000. Okay, I'm going to buy more when it goes down a bit. Okay, now, if it gets down to here and you start seeing a bunch of people buying up here at the 0.236, that is very strong, a very strong signal. Okay, it's very strong because people go, well, it's a 23% discount. I'm buying now because, guys, it's 23% off. Bitcoin's 23% off. I am right in. Okay, but we didn't see that. Okay. When you get down to here, that's still a strong signal that, prices will continue. Because like, mate, it's 40% off. Yeah, I'm definitely buying here at 40% off, bouncing, and then onwards, upwards we go. When you get into here, it's kind of neutral. It's like, well, it's 50% off. Like, people are waiting for 50% off. Okay. Unfortunately, down here, at the bottom end of the zag zone, that is a weak bounce. Okay. If it bounces here, great, but it's a pretty weak bounce. It's basically saying I'm waiting for a 61% discount, 62% discount before I'm willing to buy. It's not great. Okay. I mean, if we bounce here, fantastic. That would be good. But if you start closing anywhere below here, by that sort of $106,000, $107,000 area, it's saying, oh man, people aren't even willing to buy when it's at a 62% discount. Okay. And down in here, this is really, really weak. They're not willing to buy until it's like 80% off. It's like, what's going on? Okay. Why do we just made an all-time high? And then they're not willing to buy until down here. So you got to be a little bit concerned. Do not break through 107,500. Don't start closing days below there, and definitely don't get into this kind of area. Again, crypto loves to take you to the absolute max pain. It loves to fake you out to try and shake you out. I get it. This is crypto land. So yeah, fine. Okay, that's fine. But no, really, you don't want to break that sort of $107,000 area. No thanks. I mean, we're already through previous resistance here. That resistance became support. We had an all-time high, and then it didn't remain as support, and now we're faffing around down here. That's the big line in the sand. You don't want to cross that 107,000, 108,000 kind of level. Yeah, okay? So just bear that in mind. Now, I'm not saying it's absolutely downward here and we're going to like $10,000 Bitcoin, but just bear in mind we are coming off higher high, lower high on the relative strength index. Okay, so a bounce here would be preferable, and then back up through around about 115,000, and then we're looking much better. Okay, now Bitcoin I think is going much higher over the longer term. Okay, so dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin is the best way to do it. Okay, and you can dollar cost average through Stormrake, stormrake.com. The best full-service cryptocurrency brokerage in all of history. They are Australian-based, but they service the US, they service the UK, and multiple other countries, okay? If you don't want to do it yourself, and as a crypto native, why would you want to, okay? Just get stormrake.com to do it for you. You have access to very deep liquidity. They charge a 3% brokerage fee. There's no hidden fees. They're not going to get you on secret buy and sell spreads and all that kind of stuff, not like Coinbase and those other ones. Okay, no hidden fees, just one flat fee, and that's 3%. However, if you sign up with my link, which I'll put somewhere, you get a 2% brokerage fees for the life of the account. I didn't put up that screenshot. 2% brokerage fees is absolutely amazing. Access to very deep liquidity when you want to buy a lot or when you want to sell a lot as well. And also, if you're a crypto newbie or if you have friends and family that you want to get into crypto, give them the gift of Stormrake to stormrake.com, because it'll do it all for you. Okay, stormrake.com. That's the quick plug. Let's go to others, the altcoin market minus the top 10. Where are we sitting? 284 billion. Ooh, not preferable. If you want to see higher prices from here, if you want to see lower prices, this is really great, because if you want to load up because you believe it's going higher over the longer term, fantastic. Let's see on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, here's some positives. We did have a lovely little spike. So if I get rid of, where are all my indicators? I just haven't put them on. So here is others, the altcoin market minus the top 10 from this low and this high. We broke through the zag zone. So now we have to probably take it from a different level. Let me get rid of you. I'm going to take it from the old school. Yeah, no, even there. No, I will take it from even lower. I'm going to take it from, I think I'm going to take it from this high and this low and see where we're sitting. Excuse me 1 second, and I'll pop this in from this low and this high. Where are we sitting now? Yeah, we're at the bottom end of that zag zone you can see right here. So similar to Bitcoin, we're faffing around down the bottom here. Okay, for altcoins. Let me know what your favorite altcoins are, and I might do a chart request for them. I'm going to be taking a look at TOSHI and then anything else that not anything else, but some of the others that you may mention in the comments right now. So yeah, from this low and this high, and is this the right logarithmic chart? It is. You've got the expected support zone from this low and this high, and we're back in there. Okay, it's not great to see it at the bottom. The more times you test an area, the more likely it is to be taken out. What I like on the 4-hour time frame is that we had a little spike down. That's good. Okay, it's necessary, but not sufficient. What I need to see it do is, the short answer is on the macro here, you need to see it clear and get back through there at 296 billion. That happens to be roughly at the top end of that zag zone right there. So it's, 296, 297. Got to clear through here for a bullish change of market structure. Then you'll say, okay, we've been making lower highs and lower lows. Well, we had a move there, but it was a quick fake out. Okay, lower highs or equal lows, lower highs, right? This kind of thing. If you do that and that, what were we talking about? Were those couple of other things that we're looking at? That's the non-failure swing. Beautiful reversal pattern, okay? On the 4-hour time frame, that would be uber bullish for crypto, okay? So we need to see it clear and hold 297 billion roughly. Cool. Otherwise, we can come up to, and it could, fake a few people out. Let me get rid of you. That's not the one. Don't worry, I'll just keep it in. From this high and this low. Okay, now we need to clear through its zag zone, bare minimum. And that is through here. And let me pop that on. Get a blue one for you. Right there. So it needs to clear through 290 billion. Yeah, we've been talking about that. So get through 90 billion, 290 billion from that high and that low, and it's through the expected resistance range. Okay, it's through the zag zone, through the golden pocket, whatever you want to call it. And then that's good. So that could be setting up for a failure swing pattern. So if you do something like this, that, and then clear that, that's actually a nice reversal pattern. It's not as bullish as a non-failure swing where you sail through that first and then do that instead. Okay, but it's still good. It's a reversal pattern. So yeah, that's what you need to see. My guess is if we see some rising prices in general altcoins in the next day or two, or the next 24, 48 hours roughly, it'll probably come up to 290. It'll probably reject at 290, and then you need to form a higher low. It's got to bounce. Otherwise, if it bounces back through, then we're talking about lower prices, and then we'll have to talk about much lower for general crypto. We won't do it right now. Let's just see what happens, okay? But yeah, 290 bare minimum, and then get through 297, and then we'd be looking really good for total altcoin season. But on balance of probability, if we take a look on the monthly time frame, I don't like its chances on the monthly that we see a green month. Could be completely wrong. We're just at the start. And remember what I said? And maybe I'm contradicting myself, because I have said before that the first week of a new month can go in one direction, then fake you out, and then go in the opposite direction. I'm just looking at the pattern, though. It's like you don't usually see that kind of thing, but, could be wrong. Yeah, that is general crypto. Let's take a look at TOSHI. The meme coin of base chain. All right, here is TOSHI on the daily time frame. US dollars 0.0056. So just so everybody knows, I did say I would be out of TOSHI. I've taken a loss on it. It is what it is. No one's perfect. I got in around about here-ish after the breakout of the 0.0075 kind of area. Broke out around here. I got in. It had that higher high. But with the lower high on the relative strength index, it indicated some bearish divergence. We came down to that support level right here, which I said we would find support at, which we did. It had that lovely bounce back up. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll hold onto my position and see what happens. And then I said to all of you, if we cross back below here and start closing days below 0.006, I would get out. I am currently out. Okay, and we're lower than where I got out at. Okay, not preferable, and we're down below this symmetrical triangle pattern. We're through down below this uptrend line right here. So yeah, not preferable. On balance of probability, I mean, we need to see a bounce here, but you could see some lower prices potentially. Yeah, you're now in a bearish change of market structure. So now we're making successive lower highs and lower lows. Okay. Lower high, lower low, okay, and bare minimum, you have to get back over at least that 0.00062 area. So get back within this zone, then I'll say, okay, sure, maybe. But yeah, get back within here and back above there, and then we'll talk turkey. Okay, got to clear through there again, then we'll go, okay, sure. But then you've got to start making higher highs on the daily time frame as well to say that we're back into a bullish change of market structure. So not bullish at the moment for Toshi. It is the meme coin of base chain. I will be back into it if when the price suggests it's going to continue to go up. It's not suggesting that at the moment. Could it turn around really quickly? Yes. Could general crypto sail through that 290 and that $297 billion area? Absolutely. Will I be back in Toshi when that happens? Very likely. So long as it starts clearing above, I'm going to say bare minimum for me, I'd have to wait for about 0.0065, I would say, because then you'd have this kind of downtrend line that you'd want to get through. Yeah, see that kind of aligns pretty well. So if we do the following, all spitballing, if we do something like that and we get through there and start closing through there at that 0.0065, I'm happy to nibble. And then once we get through about that 0.0075 again, then I'd be back in a big way. Cool. That's pretty much all you need to know for Toshi. Yeah, we'll do some chart requests, etc. And as I said, when you're ready to buy crypto, buy from stormrake.com. Cool. Let's take a look at, we'll do some chart requests. Let's see. Let's go back to here. Gerald Draper says, as I continue to learn and share on, this is a long thing you've done. Okay, so you kind of, yeah, okay, right. But I would read your last one. As I continue to learn and share as Joe on our journey, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience that will be world history, that we lived through as many parishes before their time were distracted. I'm coming to the end of that sentence that you did, a long sentence. So I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds interesting there. Gerald? Sat Singh says, brother, good luck to your channel. Thank you, sir. I am a silver stacker since 2019. Welcome. You are a brave soldier and I admire you. I appreciate that. First time I seen your channel. P.S. God's money prevailed. That is one of the best comments I've ever seen. Why? Because you're complimentary to me. Thank you. But yeah, God's money prevailed. Absolutely, mate. Could not agree more. Sat Singh, well, welcome to the channel. Please hit the big red subscribe button. And could Tony Peterson please, if she's still watching, could you put a link once again up there on the live chat for the Silver Investor Club, my brand new club, which I will show you again in just a few moments. Let's see. It's crazy that the price of a kangaroo from a dealer is $69 Australian dollars. It is just crazy. Let's take a quick look at silver in Australian dollars. No, actually, sorry, I'll stick on crypto. Actually, no. I don't want to do any more crypto. I'm cryptoed out. So we will go back to silver. Yes, that is HTTPS, blah, blah, blah. It's basically bit.ly, bit.ly/silver. No, it's not silver. My apologies, Tony. It's not Silver Millionaires Club anymore. It's Silver Investor Club. I changed the name. So let me find it for you. I changed the name of it. My apologies. Okay. So I don't know if that link will still exist. So my apologies, Tony. It is now the Silver Investor Club, not Silver Millionaires Club. I didn't like the name of Silver Millionaires Club. It just gave off a bit of a vibe that I just wasn't gelling with. And I thought, how would people take that? So I changed it to Silver Investor Club. It's as the name sounds. So go to bit.ly/Silver Investor Club. Why would you want to do that? Let me show you once more. Seriously? I'm going to do that every bloody time. Silver Investor Club for new and veteran investors of physical silver and related assets. You are getting exclusive bullion deals, price analysis, tutorials, live streams, and more. Let me do that. Come on, people. Join the silver. Because I have to approve it. Ready? Watch this. Community. 8 membership requests pending. Approve. 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 You can't see this. Approve. Approve. Good. Now we have 32 members. Remember, the first 50 members are for free and you are grandfathered in. After the first 50 members, I will be charging money. It'll be a small amount to start with. And then as we go, the more members we get, the more I'll start to charge. Again, when it is better to get in earlier because you're getting it for free. Then if you're watching this and you're one of the between say 50 and 200 members, I don't know, you're going to be paying a certain amount per month. Then after a certain time, I'm going to increase the price, and those people will be paying more per month until I'm charging $10 million per month. Cool? Check it out, people. Exclusive bullion deals, lively community, regular price analysis. You're going to get all this stuff that I'm not going to post anywhere else. Okay, tips and tricks, private live streams, including the live stream with Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange, who will be doing a very special deal for everyone watching live on that private stream. Silver Investor Club. Cool. This has been a weird show for me. It's been kind of up and down, just going to be honest with you. Let's see. Do we have anything else to talk about? We're at 10:30. Let's get some final comments and some final requests in. I'm going to make a note of something. Okay. Just joined the Silver Investor Club. Thank you very much. Let's see. I'm going to make a mention of something here. I'm going to go back to the gold panel. I'm going to make a mention of it here. So I'm going to talk about the S&P 500 just quickly. What's silver done? Where are we? $40.70. Ooh, okay. I could be wrong. We might be just rocketing up onwards and upwards from here. I just want to make a mention of the SPX, so the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, so basically the equities market, okay, the general stock market in the United States. It is closed for today, okay? It reopens tomorrow morning tomorrow overnight our time. I think technically in Australian time, Eastern Seaboard time, it's 11:30 p.m. our time tonight, okay? Traditionally, and this is what I've been learning, again, Mastering the Markets, masteringthemarkets.com. That's my quick plug. I'm doing the year-long comprehensive course. I'm learning so much already. By the way, my What I Learned this week section is now going to be moved to the Silver Investor Club. I probably won't do it on this channel. But what I do is I kind of synthesize what I learned that week from Mastering the Markets. And what we were talking about over there is the seasonality, okay? September, for some reason, over time, September is the worst month for the stock market every single year for like the last 100 years or something like that. I'm going to show you the seasonality chart right here. Okay, now this is just only going back 10 years. Okay, this is for the S&P 500. Let me get rid of that and see if I can move that to the top. If I can move that to the top, then I can share that. Yeah, there we go. So this goes back 10 years, okay, because if I went back 100 years, you couldn't see anything, okay? So I know it's a bit of data, but look at this. What you're looking here is the averages. So you've got the red. Look at it's so much red in September. And I think this is just basically pattern recognition now. I think it happened so many times in a row for some reason that then it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. So the average, it's always red, okay? And it's usually the worst month of the year. So most people are suggesting that you're going to see a dip this coming month of September in the S&P 500 in general stocks. And that might also send the general Australian stock market down a little bit as well. It's just that we've had, it's, this rare occurrence where the first trading day of the month for September is also the public holiday in the States as well. But here's what we're coming off from a technical perspective. You're coming into some bearish divergence. I'll show you here on the, where are we? RSI, right there. Bearish divergence, potential. So nothing's changed here. You haven't changed market structure. Okay, and you see how we've been talking about this level right here of 6,340 roughly. That's the change of market structure which you would need to really be concerned about if you are heavily into general equities. Now, I'm not talking about commodities necessarily, but general, stocks. Okay, your Amazons, your this, your that's, okay, your Googles, your Metas, and all that kind of stuff, your Teslas, all that kind of stuff. Commodity-based stuff, probably better. But you're looking at here successive higher highs and lower highs on the relative strength index. And this is coming to what is called complex bearish divergence, where you've got one here, higher high, lower high. Then you've got another one, higher high on another pivot point and a lower high. So it's forming complex bearish divergence. Now, if you start, and because we're coming into traditionally the September lull, okay, it's nothing to be completely concerned about, but just watch out. You're probably going to see some downward movement in September for the S&P 500. Again, it'll open 11:30 p.m. tonight, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Okay, if you start closing below here, 6,340, get out of said stock market. Okay, that is a massive change of market structure on the daily time frame. We've been making successive higher highs and higher lows since all the way back here in April. Okay, that would be a sign to get out, okay, because then you would most likely see some lower prices there. Okay, so clear below there, close a day below there. We can have a spike, a double bottom, sure, freak us out, but yeah, just watch this. September, probably going to see some downward movement. You don't want to see it get anywhere down near to that 6,340, okay? Same thing with the NASDAQ, although possibly looking worse, okay? Similar thing. Why is that there? I don't need you anymore. Similar thing. We've been successive higher highs and higher lows on the daily time frame. We broke out of that major level there of 22,200 roughly. Cool. And then we're finding some and it's a little bit different here. With the NASDAQ, what you can actually see is we've already made a lower high. With the SPX, it was making higher highs, but then lower highs on the relative strength index. Here, you've already made a lower high. That's not great. Okay, higher high, lower high. Now we're actually in convergence. Okay, so now we're making lower highs and lower highs there. Okay, if you break that 23,000, get out of anything tech related into, because this is the NASDAQ, right? Anything tech related in stocks, etc. That would also not be good for crypto as well, because in general, the crypto market has followed the NASDAQ. So you'd be probably looking at lower prices on crypto as well. Okay, so just I want to give you a heads up that the market opens in around about, 13 hours roughly from now. And just be aware, okay? So seasonality, September, not great. Everyone freaks out about September. So it's, again, self-fulfilling prophecy, and the fact that we've got bearish divergence, complex bearish divergence, and some convergence happening now, and then break those, okay? That would also send the general Australian stock market down a little bit, okay? I'm happy to be in my commodity-based stocks. Some of those might see a bit of a downward movement in September, maybe, but over the longer term, they're going to be so strong. And if one was wanting to, and this is what I'm probably going to do, just so you know, I'm probably going to take I've got a bit of dry powder up the sleeve. I'm probably going to take a cautionary, just because I feel like doing it, a potential short position on the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 in case it does have a bit of a downward spike in September. Okay, how do I do that? I'm not going to use shorting and using margin. There's two particular stocks that you can get into which are listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, which track in the opposite direction, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Now, the first one is called BBUS. Okay, that's listed right here. So this is the beta shares equities blah blah blah. Okay, basically it's just an inverse. So it's basically you're betting when this number goes up, you're betting that the stock market will go down, the US stock market. So this is the S&P 500. As the US S&P 500 goes down, this one go up. It's looking kind of mini bullish, okay, which is not good for the stock market. You've got some bullish divergence happening on the daily time frame where you have a lower low on the daily, but a higher low on the relative strength index. Every time that little thing gets in my way, I hate it. Right there, some bullish divergence. If you creep above about there at $3.30, that's looking good for a price appreciation, which means the S&P 500 is going down. So I'm going to take just a little position. I'm probably not going to wait till the break of there. I might just take a little hedge position. And if it starts going down, I'll take a tiny little loss. But I'm just trying to protect myself against the stock market loss. Okay, that's BBUS. And for the NASDAQ, you've got SNAS, which is SNAS, similar thing. You've got some bullish divergence. Okay, so number could continue to go up. If it crosses between over $19.30, that's a bullish change of market structure on the daily time frame. You've been having lower highs, lower lows. Okay, failure swing pattern. Do that. Okay, it's actually looking bullish for this thing, which is bearish for the NASDAQ. Okay, which would also be bearish for crypto in general. Cool. So I'm looking at taking those positions by the end of the trading day, today being around about 4 p.m. today, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So that's what I'm looking out for. Final comments, and we shall get out of here. Please join the Silver Investor Club. Right here. Join the Silver Investor Club, please. Yes, I'm harping on it, but why am I harping on it? Because it's free for the first 50 members, and then I'm going to start charging. It'll be a small amount, like, I don't know, pick a number, $1 a month, $2 a month, I don't know. But I needed to get my core audience, my core group, the lively ones. You are the ones who are all for it in the beginning, okay? So get my core community, and then I'll start charging. And then later on down the track, you might even be able to profit from that, because we might do some kind of affiliate thing. But anyway, that's Silver Investor Club. Yeah, stock market is going to take a dive in October. I think it might more so take a potential dive in September. Metal mining stocks are good. Yes, that's why I'm all in metal mining stocks. Let's take a look now at mining stocks quickly, and then we'll get out of here. I'll go back. I just want to see what we've done. Where are we? How's my account looking? That's not too bad. So we've had, okay, Unico, USL is up $9, is up 9.5%. Sun Silver. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these silver stocks. Are doing really well. Okay, let's take a look at ARD is up. Let's see. ARD is up 4% for the day. Again, this is a 20-minute delayed thing. Okay, so you just got to bear that in mind. Yeah, no, it's the same price. Fantastic. Good to see. ILT is actually down a tiny little bit. Okay, it's at 27 cents. So that's had a big move. Yeah, it's basically at the same price. So no real change on that. We've got SS1 is up only a tiny bit. Oh, okay. SS1 is up 1 something percent, but USL... No, SS1 is up 4%. So you're going to see the price jump pretty soon. And USL is up 9% for the day. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at USL. Unico Silver Limited. I've been in Unico since back down at around about here. So my price is up around about-ish. Oh, I've doubled. Cool. I think I've doubled my money. So that's not bad. And I am nowhere near getting out for this. I am riding the silver miners to high heaven. Okay. Nothing is going to shake me out of my miners. Nothing until silver in particular says it's done for a decent period of time. Okay. And silver says it's not done for a decent period of time. Okay. I am riding it like Seabiscuit. Okay. You've got the previous all-time high of $1, which is back in October of 2020. Let me do some quick stuff on USL. Well, the USL is looking good. Does this mean you should be buying here? No. Okay, you should have been buying kind of in these lower prices, right? So I'm not telling you to buy this, but from this high and this low, oh, look it. Through the Zag Zone, people. The power of Fibonacci from this high and this low. Who would have thought that you would find resistance right here at the top end of the Zag Zone? That's at that 36-cent level. And yeah, you're looking really good. Let me see. What was my average cost? Yep, 23 cents was my average cost. So I'm back down here. My position is up. Double, and I am not going anywhere at all. I think we will make a play for the all-time high, and onwards and upwards we go. I don't know where it can go because I've never actually experienced a full-on mining boom kind of altcoin season kind of version of that. As David from ASX Trader said, it's like altcoin season for rocks. And he says you'll be surprised things can 5 times, 10 times, some stocks can even 100 times. I'm not saying this one is going to at all. But yeah, I am holding on for dear life. You cannot shake me out of my silver miners until we start posting bearish market structure. And at the moment, we've got higher highs and higher lows. I will ride that until it starts making lower highs and lower lows. That's it. Yeah. All right. I'm rambling. Let's get out of here. Look forward to it. My main man says, Poshloth, grab your tasty beverages. You have watched Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. We're going to dance it out as well. You get everything and more. Make sure you sign up to the Silver Investor Club, free for the first 50 members. And then check out the live stream, the private live stream on Friday. I'll go live for free here on Thursday and all the other stuff in between. Grab your tasty beverages and let's do a synchronized slap and we dance it out because you have watched.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronized slurp. Now we're on the move.
Good stuff, people. Love your work. Stay safe, stay informed. Join the Silver Investor Club. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
Good morning.